Get ready. Oh, man, my Orioles. It's Friday night. It's October. NBA, NHL, football, Pac-12, Coach Prime. Nope. It's baseball. October baseball season. Big Ben and K Winn here. I'm K Winn. He's Big Ben. We broadcast live once a week on nofilter.net and Caffeine TV. But today, we're getting you a second episode this Friday night because we have the playoffs, the ALDS and NLDS, kicking off tomorrow, Big Ben.
And the Mariners have been relegated to AAA. I am wearing their new hat, the Tacoma Rainiers. So I might not have much to say on these playoff topics or matchups, but I will be able to tell you, the Mariners played some tough teams, especially the Stros and Rangers who are down still left. Both those teams just have bats.
Yeah.
This is the year of the bats. I mean, you have guys like Spencer Strider, 20-5, but other than that, no one's really got a sub-3 ERA. This is the year of the bats. And when Texas went out and made that investment, Seager and Simeon didn't really pan out that first year, and this year it played out. Seager, I don't know, he's got Mookie Bet numbers.
I mean, he's the favorite for AL MVP if there wasn't a guy named Shohei Ohtani. I think Ohtani will get it because he's out of this world, pitching and hitting. It's hard to do, and he does it at a high level. But Seager's got to be the runner-up for the MVP. He hits second in a stacked lineup. They go 1-9. It's like the El Segundo All-Star team that won the 12-year-old World Series. They are stacked from top to bottom. They got Josh Jung and Evan Carter, rookie, hitting 8 and 9, and they were huge going into the wild card. Now we'll see if they can do that same thing and duplicate it against my O's. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. If you're a longtime listener, I'm a bit of a homer and a bit of a fair weather fan, but not on this one. I've been riding the O's train since April, March, April.
No.
Yeah, go back, look at the film. Look at the tape. No, because our bet was they had to be in first place. I've been there since the springtime, and the O's are ready. The best team in the AL, the Rays fizzled, and everyone talks about inexperience. Well, it's at some point in time, inexperience has to turn into experience. Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, Mountcastle are ready to go. Their pitchers, Kyle Brandt and Wayne Gonzalez, I think is the number 2, dominate down the stretch. They lost their closer, Batista, but they'll close by committee, and they have a great setup, man, great arms. It's an arms race, Big Ben, and the O's are in the lead.
Here's one thing. I go back to your comment about experience. I would love to see top to bottom who has the most cumulative playoff series, games, or years in the playoff under their belt per player.
Okay.
So go through the entire, because that does play a big difference. And I'll tell you who he's pitching tonight for the Astros. Verlander made the Seattle Mariners look silly in game 1. It was who's going to go to the playoffs. Verlander made him look so silly. And you could see he just had command of an inside cutter and a slider away. And he absolutely made him look silly. But those are the type of pitchers. He might not have his A game. He might not. Excuse me, and I might have 98 on the clock, but a guy that's pitched in the postseason understands how to pitch to guys that are new in the postseason. I think there's value to that. I would say it's an arms race, but it's the score, the more rough the beard, the better, I guess, out there on the pitching.
If you're talking about experience, the Astros in the AL have the advantage with Bregman and Altuve and Verlander. And they won it last year. As much as it pains me to say that, they did win it without cameras. As far as we know, they were the World Series champions. They have a lot of experience. And that guy over on the Rangers, second in AL MVP voting, Corey Seager, he led the Dodgers to a World Series during the COVID year. On the NL side, I mean, the Dodgers have so much experience with Betts and Freeman and Kershaw, Muncy. The Braves have a lot, and the Phillies were there last year. So there is a lot of experience, but the experience matters with the key players. I think that's what you mean, like for the superstars, for the players that are going to take up and be the ones at the forefront of either pitching a dominant game, closing a game, or getting a big hit in a big moment, that usually comes from a veteran who's been in that before.
Yes. And managers, let's be honest too. I think in terms of hierarchical, like what do you need to win in the playoffs? It's veteran, very good arms, really good pitchers, situational pitchers that know batters really well. You have managers who've been there before too, understand what it takes to make different moves throughout the game. You know, your gut versus analytics. Dusty Baker. And by the way, if a manager has a toothpick this year, I mean, game over. They're winning the series. And then I think the last is probably you look at, you know, your just power bats. Like that's going to win you a game at some point in the series. Just power bats. You're just raking home runs. And then if you don't have the arms, you got to kind of hope equal out. So that balance, considering you probably got Rangers. I don't agree with your O's. They're happy to be here. Rangers, Astros, Dodgers, Braves.
So, well, the Astros are going to beat the Twins in the Correa Revenge series. So we don't even have to talk about that series. So you're going Astros are going to play the Rangers in the AL Championship Series. And then who on the NL? Did you say Dodgers and
Braves? I see it as chalk. I don't see
Okay. And then who wins in the AL to go to the World Series?
Gee, I don't know. I try to think who has more clout. George W. Bush loves the Rangers. Mattress Mac loves the Astros. Like
you also have Deuces Wild did this whole thing: old school managers versus new school managers, exactly. Old school baseball versus you got Bruce Bochy, who won with the Giants. You got Baker, who's been around for a while. They've got to be keys to the series.
Chess. And there, it's going to be a stalemate. That's like a couple swings of the bat type series to me. Like one way or the other. Alvarez gets a hold in one, you know, or Seager and Simeon do their damage. It's going to be the bats in that series. And I think I don't know. I saw both of them down the stretch. I was more impressed top to bottom, I'd say, with the Rangers, top to bottom. But then again, the Astros are the champions until you take the trophy. Yeah. So
the Rangers of the National League have to be the Braves because top to bottom, they've got Acuna, they've got Albies, Matt Olson, Austin Riley. Like they're loaded with talent.
Who do you have?
Well, I was going to tell you who I have, but I was going to do a little draft because you are a betting man. So hear me out. Okay. How many teams are there? There's quick math. 8. There's 8 teams, right? 4. Yeah. So we could do a snake draft. And at the end of it, the guy who has the team that wins the World Series wins it. Is that how you want to do it?
Yeah, absolutely. And
okay,
if I win, I get a new Mariners hat.
All right. Okay, so I love it. So the winner gets a fitted hat of their choice. Okay. I'll probably just get an Orioles road hat because they're going to win it. With like a little World Series on it. All right, so I'm not going to tell you who I like yet because this is going to affect my draft. I got first pick.
Yes.
Oh, all right, and then you get 2 and 3. Oh wow, I got to see who you would draft. I'm gonna get. I'll go Braves.
Oh dang
it! Yeah, write this down.
Okay, then that would leave you with the team that I know you want to.
Yeah, you're trying to think about my pick without drafting your pick because I get 2 on the swing back.
Do I go with the 2 teams out of the AL that I believe are going to be there and pretty much guarantee myself someone in the World Series? Or do I go NL, AL, and therefore if I have them both in the World Series, then I'll go Dodgers.
It's like the NCAA tournament. You can't get too many teams in your region or else you'll cancel each other out.
Exactly. And I'll take the Dodgers and the Astros.
Wow. I knew you'd. Oh my gosh. You're such a. All right. So then I have to go. I'm going to get stuck with the Twins, aren't I? All right. Well, I'm going to get stuck with them. So I got to now think backwards. So, oh man, there's 3 teams that I want here. Got to go with, oh no. All right, well, I'm going to get the Orioles because I'm on the Orioles, but this is what I'm struggling with. You're going to get the other team regardless. Like the Phillies or the D-backs. Like every year, there's a team that gets into the wild card, gets hot, and carries that momentum into the World Series. And I think the Phillies have a shot against the Braves. I also believe the Diamondbacks have a shot. They're second in the league in stolen bases. And now with the pitch clock, they're going to get on. They're disruptive. They're going to make runs. Do I do a safe bet?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm going Diamondbacks.
Okay. Oh.
You should really look for the Twins here.
I should.
Like the way that Correa is playing.
Listen, you referenced Deuces Wild, and I think they came out with the MLB World Series odds at some point midway through the season. And they said the Twins had better odds than the San Francisco Giants. Now, at the time, that was just thrown under the bus and blasphemy. But that division was so horrid this year.
Yeah.
The AL Central was absolutely horrid that the Twins snuck through. Yeah, I'm not taking them. I have no faith any way, shape, or form. So, and you left me with my Rangers, who was going to be my next pick. And, gosh, my team, I'm sorry, at 7 5/8, Seattle Mariners, alternate hat, please.
Man, you got the Rangers. So wait, you got the Dodgers, Astros, Rangers, and Phillies. I've got the underdogs.
You do.
I've got the Braves, Orioles, Diamondbacks, and Twins. The Braves are only my only shot, right?
I mean, we could ask Will and Eric what they think, but yeah, I'd say you don't.
I'm going with the youth movement.
There you go.
Once it's Diamondbacks and O's, and I've got this thing clinched, it's gonna be great.
I do. What's your favorite? I have 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
What's your favorite telecast when it comes to playoff baseball?
Like Fox?
Fox's?
Well, no, TBS.
Thank you. Best.
Yeah.
Great. Wonderful. I mean, it takes you back. Remember when TBS only carried the Braves?
Yeah.
Oh, great. They'd be on all the time.
All the time.
I can't wait.
All right, should we wrap this up? So you want a Mariners hat. I'm still, probably Orioles road hat or Diamondbacks.
If they get swept, both teams get swept, then what? I like the Diamondbacks. I have a Hillsborough Hops hat.
I'm going to the game tomorrow.
Where? LA.
In LA.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the occasion?
A partner in my other line of work awarded me tickets, but I haven't received the tickets yet. So I think I'm going, but I don't know if I'm going. Got 2 tickets. J-Mo and I are going. MVP, suite level.
What does that look like?
TV.
What does that look like to you? How do you get there? Well, how are you going to get there? How are you getting home? When do you arrive? When do you leave?
So it's a 6:20 start. So with LA traffic, I'm going to leave here probably in the next 5 minutes. No, it's probably going to take an hour to get there. And then once you get there, to get into the parking lot and into the stadium is probably another half an hour. So we're going to leave at 4. I'm sorry, at 5.
For a 7 start.
For 6:20 start. Yeah. You don't think I'll make it?
I just did the math, and you said you're going to arrive at 6:30 for a 6:20 start.
Probably.
You are the epitome of a bandwagon Dodgers fan.
Listen, we have a dog at home with a small bladder. We got to calculate our times there. So we'll leave at 5. We'll probably get in the gates at 6:30.
By the way, Spencer Strider, before we go.
Yeah.
Stash man.
Mm-hmm. Who had the stash first? Travis Kelce or Ben Martin?
Travis Kelce, I think.
Oh, come on. You had it first.
Me, Rogers. I mean, They're trending.
Yeah, you're trending.
Stash is trending. No. If I was truly trending, I would have a horse in this playoff race. Instead, Dipoto wants 5,400 degree, or he wants to just win 54% of the games for the rest of his time and tenure at Seattle. We can talk about how horrible the Mariners are some of their time. Let's end it on a high
Let's
note.
wrap up.
Let's end it on a high note. I got one thing to say. Shout out
right.
to the Brants. Brick,
Okay.
Maddie, Johnny, Regan, and Matt. Char and I went to a suite the last game of the Mariners season.
Don't they live in Missouri or
Missoula.
Montana?
Missoula.
All right.
But they had us up. Great time. And the reason it was so great, got a picture with the moose.
Ooh,
First picture with the moose.
That's great.
Arm around me. Oh, not Stomper, but the moose.
Hey, that all counts. Big Ben K Winn, Caffeine TV, No Filter Net. The day before the playoff starts, we'll do mostly football, but we might do some more baseball. You can follow us online at Big Ben K Winn _ at Big Ben K Winn _ broadcast live, Caffeine TV, NoFilter.net. And there
Dodgers,
it is.
Stros, Rangers, Phillies.
Show it up again for all the people that watch this live or who will see this on demand. Slow it down. Start at the top. Dodgers, Astros, Rangers, Phillies. That's who Big Ben has. K Winn has Braves, Orioles, Diamondbacks, and Twins. The winner will receive a fitted hat.
We'll up the ante when it's me versus you in the World Series or something.
Yeah, just make sure you give me the right size this time.
Boom. Later.